main stage hype. It's going to be an exciting one here. I'm back, Kyle Guy with Wagamama, as we get ready to dive into Escape Gaming versus TNC.
And they had one crazy game already today. We were casting Escape versus Alliance before. Their first game was 76-minute long game, a real slaughterfest as well, back and forth. Definitely not a slow game by any means. And of course, the second game, Escape did lose. They won the long game.
Yep.
But then they kind of got outplayed in the second game by Alliance. So after a 1-1 there, I believe it's certain now, finally, that they're going to be in the lower brackets.
I'm actually looking currently at the Group A standings here on my little phone, and we can see, it's indeed true. Because of that loss, Escape are going to be for certain in the lower bracket, but as you kept talking about, it's still important for them to continue to perform. You want to find a good spot in the lower bracket even, so you don't have too tough an opponent, or at least whatever opponent they feel would be their best match, they're going to try to find a way to go against them, especially in a scary best of one. They want to just get out from that first round and be into a safer territory.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Escape are going to continue with the bans that they were doing in the previous years against Alliance, banning out the Wisp, of course, not a hero that they like to play against. And against Alliance, they ban out the Caudal. I believe that we're going to see something else against TNC, though. TNC, one of those teams that I would ban Shadow Demon against, just a dangerous team. They also make use of the Kunkka a lot, so two heroes you should be thinking about a little bit.
Yeah, TNC, the last time we personally were able to cast them was in their matchup against EG. They did put up quite a fight and really got, well, EG's Jimmy's rustled quite a bit there, so.
Yeah, they did. And in fact, looking at the standings now, though, I believe that Escape Gaming, they cannot be other than bottom of the group right now. In fact,
is that what it looks like?
I believe this is their last game that they're playing right now. It is, and they're 2-10 for individual games, which puts them at the best they could have is 4-10, but the worst right now is 5-7. So they're gonna be in the bottom. This is just for them practice games from now on.
Practice games.
But of course, to TNC, these games are really important, so you can still impact your group and even upper lower bracket scenarios as TNC are fighting and have a possibility to get in the upper bracket, of course, but they need to win against Escape.
Yes, they do. Here we go, leading in with our first couple of picks. TNC will use their first pick advantage to pick up the one and only Elder Titan, while Escape, their quick response will be a good Bat Rider, traditional solid pickup. Will they pair it together with something like we saw from Alliance and go with the early Drow? We'll have to see.
We'll see what they really go for. I like the Bat Rider, though. It's a powerful hero that can be played in many ways, and they're gonna go for the Earth Spirit again. They did make some stuff happen with it, but I'm not convinced when it comes to an early pickup of Earth Spirits. I have to tell you,
I am a huge Earth Spirit fan, like a huge Earth Spirit fan, and it hurts me and pains me to see Earth Spirits perform in this meta, and it's just, it's rough. And I thought like their best chance was the last time they played it when they had something like the Darkseer to pair with. They're not even going to have that now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I question it as far as what kind of early game impact to make him relevant throughout the rest of the game.
It's very hard to score kills early before you get at least level 4, because people will go for the roll into stun, silence skill build, right? And that's only to get a more relevant stun in the early game. The duration goes up a little bit, the damage. And before you have that, before you're level 4, your impact is pretty bad. And you actually, even at level 4, kind of wish you had Magnetize, because your damage is lackluster. So only with a very few heroes, I feel Air Spirit can really excel. While you look at other support heroes like Elder Titan, what does he really need to be good? He doesn't,
someone playing him.
Right now, he just needs someone who understands how to use the spirit, and you can control so much of the map. You can deny Roshan being taken simply by the enemy team just by going in and stomping it. You can control high ground pushes. You can do so much.
And those other options like Ogre also just seem like more value pickups that can really make an impact throughout the whole game. Could even possibly still be an option for TNC. It's kind of awkward to go with that double support melee situation, but I guess, I don't know. Now they've committed for this Drow lineup, we'll see how much influence they put behind her to really unleash that Drow fury, if you will.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see. And TNC, they should not be underestimated as a team, by the way. They did lose 0-2 against Alliance. They also lost 0-2 against OG. But guess what? They took down Wings 2-0. They took down LGD 2-0.
Yep.
So TNC is one of those teams that we really have to keep our eyes open on what they can do, and an interesting team to look out for at the main event as well. Classic Jimmy stuff.
Second phase, they get rid of the Huskar. It's probably always a safe bet nowadays here. The second phase, you don't want to get cheesed out too hard.
Nope.
And double cheese, my God, that would be pretty damn ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't want the Drow Huskar against you. They synergize quite well as the Huskar is such a good frontliner, and Drow can just hide behind that and fight around it.
Alchemist will be the second band in the second phase here for TNC, and we get to see what Escape are going to be going for here. Could fall back for the Cinder and grab here and now if they'd like. Something to possibly pair together Earth Spirit we saw in the last game.
Yeah.
Cinderin picked up the Venomancer.
I feel that Cinderin plays a pretty good Dazzle. I kind of wish that they would have played around that more. I talked to him a little bit yesterday about it, what heroes Escape have been playing, and just hearing his opinions and stuff. He felt that, you know, sometimes you got to play what is best for the team and what suits the lineup best, even if you are not 100% comfortable on a certain hero. That was more in regards to Oracle versus Dazzle, though, not just any hero specifically. Other than that, but I think they play well around the Dazzle mainly because of the sustainability, and they can make use of it. There we go.
And there's the Dazzle.
They listen to me.
Dazzle is here.
Well, it can't get any worse for Escape Gaming. We always got that.
Yep, that's true. And, well, now they have that armor to help out when you're going against the Elder Titan and everything you pretty much asked for here. So, a trusty pick for good old Sin. And now we look back the way of TNC here. Obviously need some more backing power with the Drow, maybe a frontliner. What kind of off-lane options are they going to be considering here?
Yeah, maybe a starter would pair really well for them. The minus armor would be good, along with the Elder Titan already. Also puts more flesh in front of the Drow Ranger, so she doesn't get, you know, rolled in by Earth Spirit or grabbed by the Batrider.
Another popular option has been Beastmaster for TNC. We've seen Sam H pick it up a couple of times.
Sure.
Do you think it could fit the bill here?
Oh yeah, he plays a really good Beastmaster as well, and that scouting information against the Batrider is quite valuable. Definitely a possible pickup. I think it's more than likely.
Other than that, I don't know if there's too many other good options. Batrider is like the best off-lane range option to go along with the Drow, so I don't know if there's much else you could really squeeze in here.
No, I'm not too sure. I think they might go for they're really gonna go Axe.
It's the counter to the Dazzle and
Yeah.
Grave.
Yeah, a lot of teams do value Axe just for how good he is. Not just the Grave, but also the Weave. Ignoring that armor buff entirely with your pure damage. It is a nice pickup here. And again, it goes along with the same thing that we were saying, right? Having heroes in front of Drow Ranger. Because sometimes people pick Drow and go, oh, we need a lot of range heroes that can deal a lot of damage. But really what you need is just Drow not to get jumped.
Yeah.
That's the main thing about playing a Drow lineup.
Axe is there. He's like, I'll be the bouncer. I'll be the gatekeeper. I won't allow them to get you, little lady.
That's where I like the Ogre as well. He fits that bill a lot. But now with the Elder Titan as your first support, Axe possibly being an offlaner, probably going to be an offlaner as they need a second support then.
Yeah, he's that one to get the utility. If they decided it was necessary to get something like the pipe or at least a hood, he could be the guy to do so here. And with that second support, they have room to be able to get something, I don't know, lion-esque. We'll have to see.
Sure.
Escape, snag up the Timber Saw, though, to punish that core strength axe.
We've seen many games. We, in fact, saw Cuckoo on his Timber Saw hunting after Fierce Drow Ranger, I believe it was, in a TNC versus EG series, right?
Yep.
Where Cuckoo played a really impressive Timber Saw and showed how much you can lock onto a target with that Timber Chain. So definitely not a bad pickup against Drow, despite the silence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Ooh, you know what would be possibly a
Reserve
decent
time.
option here for TNC? What did you think about Disruptor as a grab?
Ooh, yeah, I like that. More silence into the mix, and also really good with Elder Titan. Since you can set up, and the damage is really insane from Disruptor and the Natural Order in combination. So that would be a good way to deal with the Dazzle, the Timber Saw, the Earth Spirit. All these heroes are quite susceptible to silences. Some heroes care less about it, like obviously Drow herself, doesn't care about silence, but these heroes really do.
Oh yeah. Outside of that, it's like you can get more lockdown to add with it. A Lion. We know Demon
Silencer.
loves Shadow Shaman.
Ooh, even more silencer.
Whoa.
All right. They're going, they like the idea about Disruptor, but they're thinking one step bigger, you know? They're going big. You've been asking for this hero a lot.
I know, every time I try to make a bold claim, I'm like, let's go Silencer, and I feel like it's always just like, yeah, buddy, not gonna happen. He just gets punished too hard, but
Demon delivers. We'll see
does.
what they're gonna do with this Silencer. Probably gonna be played as a support position.
When I played Earth Spirit in pubs, he was the worst thing I had to go up against at the time. And his silence is just so devastating against Earth Spirit, against Timber Saw, so
It could even be a mid silencer as well against the Timbersaw.
And the worst thing is like that curse refreshes for every spell you cast, and Timbersaw wants to cast the living hell out of his spells.
All these heroes, Batrider suffers extremely much from getting cursed in a team fight. Same for Earth Spirit, same for Dazzle and Timbersaw. All of them want to repeatedly spam. If I see this silencer not max out curse, I'm gonna be so sad. But I hope he will recognize this massive potential of the skill.
Yeah, his shortcomings, though, is being able to disengage and get away. If this Timbersaw is able to kind of shrug that off, or let's say later picks up something like a Lotus or a Yule's, then Silencer's not going to have much of an answer to get away from trouble.
Of course.
You got to be very fickle about your positioning in the fight.
Yeah, it's really, really important that you stay back, but already having the Elder Titan and Axe, you got that backline available to you as a Silencer.
Good ban by Escape. They saw it already once. The Drow Razor pairing, they don't want to see it again. They banned it out as their 5th.
Yeah, quite strong combination, and Razor also very good against Timbersaw, as previously mentioned. The reduction on the armor, just using that ulti and stealing damage from Timbersaw is not hard because he keeps going in to the fights, and you're like, okay, you're right here. Nice, I'll take that.
So it's pretty obvious this Timber, a core position Timber, is it likely for him to take it to the mid lane? Is this the...
It is very likely because it's not easy to play an off-lane Timber against a Drow Ranger, I feel. You almost auto-lose that lane if the supports know what they're doing.
And you're not going to the jungle with a Talon, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're not. So it kind of has to be mid. But that makes me think, is this Silencer maybe going to swing in mid? Or is it going to be a support Silencer Drow lane? That's kind of overkill, I almost feel.
Do you think they could grab up Sand King here to match up against the Timber? Do you think that's worth it?
No, I think that's a great hero. And you know, one reason is when Sand King has his blink and stun, you can blink stun in, and then with the Silencer popping his ulti, you can just channel Epi right in front of their faces.
Yep.
There's no way to cancel that. If you don't have, of course, all these utility items coming in later. They're gonna go for a Storm, but that serves pretty much the same purpose. Jumping in, and during the silence, you kill everyone.
Yep. What will Escape Gaming opt to do here for their final pickup and response? What looks like the likely Kezu hero. I was going to say Void was one of his last popular picks, but TNC already kind of take that one out of the equation.
Yeah.
He'd played Sand King earlier himself, but not an easy lineup to go into. You got to find a way to be able to get to that Drow, I'd imagine.
I mean, you're going to be up against potentially 3 silences if Storm decides to go for Orchid, which he probably still should as well. Timbersaw is going to have such a hard time that this next pick, he has to be very ideal in this scenario. I'm not sure. I would probably go for something like... I want to say Anti-Mage, but how do you lane that?
Templar.
Okay. Yeah,
this is going to be a fragile laning phase. I can't help but feel like for Escape, it's like almost do or die. You got to have the Earth Spirit succeed, and you have to avoid all the trouble of TNC when it already feels like they might have a laning advantage.
Extremely much so, yeah. They're going to put the safe lane Timbersaw maybe, as Era is going to be the one to play it. So they're contesting off lane, I guess, with the Earth Spirit and Batrider probably. And then Dazzle probably helping out the Timber, or even sitting mid a little bit to secure TA's laning stage. But this is a fragile draft, as he said. Escape, they could very well be caught out by TNC's heroes here.
But on the other side of the coin, if Escape Gaming can have a strong start, let's say the Earth Spirit finds his ganks, meets his quota, Timbersaw finds great farm, Templar does wonderful work in the mid lane, and has stacks. I mean, that's like Snowball City right here for Escape.
Sure,
Snowball City.
They have Snowball heroes, but it is the same the other way around. Drow with that pushing power, Storm with that ganking power. This is a very volatile early game, and we need to see exactly what happens. First out on the map, gonna be the Elder Titan as he drops down a ward.
Moving up and around here. Will he come all the way around to make sure he blocks the poke?
He's going places.
He's going to go deep and get it up onto that high little pedestal, if you will. Could see any sort of incoming rotations from Escape, but Escape have actually taken their business all the way down and below to the bottom half of the river here.
It's going to help show when Dazzle is moving between mid and safe lane as well, so they have a little bit more info on where he is exactly. And since he didn't see anyone, they should know at this point that Escape have 5 people down here. I wonder if TNC are still going to take this fight, though. They're not that strong, level 1.
Yeah, it's not crazy good, but they're hoping for like what Alliance did to them, where they had to roll in and then can utilize something like the heal to burst back enough damage.
I think Escape are much stronger than TNC here, so this is going to be probably just Escape getting the bottom rune and TNC. Well, I'm surprised the Elder Titan hasn't walked for the rune yet.
They could be at risk of possibly missing out on both runes here.
No, they're swinging up for it. They're saying, okay, we'll just go This is interesting. They could definitely have taken the bottom rune. But maybe they got scared. They didn't know where Elder Titan was, and if Titan is there, then maybe TNC is stronger, I guess.
Well, they'll let that one go. Koikva will snag up the rune there at the top. YapzOr heads back to assist with the block, as on TNC's side, they already have Sam H there to put in the work.
I wanted to mention this for Earth Spirit in the current meta. It's almost better on level 1, I feel. If you want to win mid lane, to just use this little spot over here, pulling the creeps into a tree line behind the tier 2 tower mid as Dire. You can get the creeps stuck.
Oh yeah, there are various spots you can get creeps stuck.
You can get the creep stuck there, you can get them stuck to the right, and just pulling away the range creep repeatedly.
Yeah.
It actually auto-wins mid.
It's a strategy that I was using a lot when playing in the off lane, because there's plenty of spots there too.
EU getting a lot of damage, but he did pull away the creeps though. And is he delivering food to mid lane?
I mean, he's heading right that way, but convenient for Cuckoo. He'd been shoving back Koikva.
Take my creeps, I guess. What the hell?
Okay, so the mid lane got a lot more creeps now.
Yeah, I suppose. It's off laner and mid laner both being happy here, farming together in peace.
Very awkward.
I mean, that's a nice off laner.
Roll in though from YapzOr here. Will connect, but Cuckoo quickly drops down some spirits, and YapzOr is going to be the one eating the brunt of the damage. And that's why it's hard to play. This is why it's hard to play Earth Spirit in this game now. That is him being taken down. EU just punches him in the back with the briefcase.
Yeah, there's one thing at least that's going for the TA. Normally, the biggest issue when you're TA in the early game is if the enemy has too many creeps, you can't really man-fight. She has 1 million creeps. Okay, there. Some of them died. 500,000 of them. Yeah. But that was an interesting little mechanic there, running with the creeps to the mid lane. Storm is now going to outlevel the TA quite a bit.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't end up biting him in the ass too much, but it looks like it's actually going to work out to their benefit. Back and below, TNC. And their Drow Demon Silencer lane here. KheZu is still kind of flirting around a bit with 2 CS to his name. And indeed, Demon does have already the curse underway. We'll see if he does continue to level it up.
Demon, he knows. He's going to get a lot of points in the curse in this game. It's just way too good.
Yep. Raven prepared, already has 6 charges on his stick. Here's YapzOr though. Ooh, swing and a miss on the roll though. Gets
might
off
still
the
go.
boulder smashes. He's level 2. And Demon is in trouble. He's hit up with 4 stacks already, but the slow from Raven doesn't allow YapzOr to make chase. He needs 1 more second for the roll. Does he go for it?
Yeah, he was thinking about going for Demon even, trying to turn, but yeah, he's gonna just back out here and be safe. Good play by TNC, staying alive. They were definitely in a hard spot.
That's the problem though, is for Earth Spirits, two opportunities, and he's not going to be able to get a kill either way. Yeah. So back to the grindstone here.
Tactical suicide by the axe in the jungle. Just gonna get back and get full HP in base and then TP out again.
Yeah, we really haven't been acknowledging the top lane too much. Obviously with Axe forfeiting the lane and heading straight to the jungle. It's been a free farm fest for Era on his Timber with Cinder nearby. Just kind of help him with the pull camp a bit.
We saw this as well yesterday. The safe lane Timbersaw farming up, getting level 7 or so, and then swinging down to bottom lane. Do you think we're going to see the same thing here? Just, you know, making that rotation when he has the levels?
Yeah, at the time, what was it now? It was definitely a Huskar also against... Yeah, I think it was DC doing it against a Huskar.
Against Secret, wasn't it?
KheZu goes down bottom lane Demon. Gonna get the nod for that one. Unexpected, as maybe the Bat Rider just overextending a bit. Will be punished.
It was in the DC Secret matchup. Yep. The last game of the day, we saw it.
Yeah, we saw Moo just have a lane to totally get farmed up on. He got to pretty much level 8 while Huskar was 4.
Cuckoo is a little bit too far out. 3 people running.
Starts running downward. The boulder smash will be there, and then the roll on down from Yaps. And quickly, he's surrounded by 3. Sam's on the high ground, but he can't get down there to help out. Demon steps in now and hopes that maybe he can get a pick off on a little Cinder support here. Lots of damage. Needs a bit more. Is the curse going to be enough? No, it will not.
He'll be fine. 20 HP to go. Just barely surviving. And we see
he wants YapzOr though.
There's a region rune.
YapzOr. What? I'm good. He figured he must have rolled away or something.
Yeah. And he's leaving the region rune. Is YapzOr gonna steal it? He's moving in for it.
Thank you, fool.
Oh my god.
Takes the region right behind him and could be heading that way soon to gang him. And now it's KheZu in trouble. Hides up amongst the trees, and look who's back. A full HP and mana YapzOr. And Demon's like, where the hell did he come with? Full life and full mana. And ultimately takes him down. Justice served.
That's some of the sneakiest stuff we've seen in this group stage. YapzOr just hiding and then getting the kill on the silencer as well.
That will be a fun one for Demon to check back on the replay.
Man, you should have taken that region rune on the way bottom. Jimmy, you didn't believe Yapzor is the player.
Left it out there for his buddy Storm, but unfortunately it doesn't work out that way. Sam's hanging down here still nearby as he continues his grind. He's actually almost level 6.
Sure.
His Tranquil's complete. Kezu, careful, man. So much damage.
Yeah, the support silencer hurts so much.
Ow!
Yeah, the heal is there. And in fact, without that heal, he would have probably died. Yeah, he would have. Just barely.
Demon is running a bit low on mana. I believe before he had some clarities, he was happy to chew through, but now he's kind of just got to nurse it a bit as he continues to pump some points into that curse. He gets the 2-1-1 buildup, so it's still a lot of stuff to use here. Sam could have trouble approaching, possibly from behind. It's Yapzor who could scout them.
Just a level 3 Earth Spirit. He's mostly just here to scout for now, but Kesu is coming in as well. That's the real danger. Approaching.
Yes. So he begins to fly up and over here.
Oh, Demon runs into him. Scary stuff.
Yep.
You're a silencer.
Synderen's here, slows him down. Long roll in. We'll get him close enough for the connection of the boulder smash. Fear right clicks to follow, and Silencer goes down.
Jimmy has to be careful not to play too much on his own here. Samage coming in though.
Can he get anything here? He's trying to get close enough. Raven steps in and he gets the dunk.
Oh, that movement speed as well. They
Here
have
he
the
comes.
roll.
He's running on forward. Will he get close enough for the call? Yes, he will. A good kick back, but unfortunately he's already been called up. Tries to go for the roll. Good play. Gets into the high ground, but oh, look who's waiting for him. It's EU as he connects with the stomp and takes him down.
Man, you saw all that happening. He's like, okay, he's gonna land over here. Got a spirit for him. Don't worry. Got it coming. Beautiful stuff by TNC. Good rotation there. That dunk from Axe is a serious thing. The movement speed. You can chase anyone down with a 30% bonus.
Yeah, good heads-up rotation there from Raven to be able to help out and allow that dunk to happen. But the other two lanes is where I feel like we have these sleeping dragons, though. Koikfa continues his grind. He's at top of the net worth right now.
He also has a triple stack now in, you know, by regards of his team. It's Kezu and he needs Synderen, who has been stacking up Ancients for him.
Yep.
Oh, bottom we see a roll in on Raven.
Raven, who is all alone here. Oh no, she gets kicked right back into the posse of escape here. Tries to run down through the river, but there is nowhere to run.
Yeah, you just died to that. And I must say, they have made the Earth Spirit work pretty well in this early game. Normally people struggle with it in the current patch. Mid lane, nice setup here, but can they really do anything?
Doesn't look like it. No. Let that one go. And you're right. I mean, that's the thing, is it seems like with success or not, Yapzor continues to turn up the aggression on his Earth Spirit. If he doesn't seem to find one opportunity in one lane, it doesn't stop him from just moving on and finding a new opportunity elsewhere.
I think Yapzor has really been an outstanding player in Escape as well. He always performs really well on his supports, I feel.
Yep, Mirana, Earth Spirit, some of the showings we've been seeing. Enigma.
Hasn't seen that. Oh, we haven't seen that for about a while, but it's really good on it.
And Sam, though, also could be a big factor here for TNC. A little over 1K now. The Blink is en route, but how about my boy Era up here? Continuing to just work with the full top lane is Timbersaw. He's got the Arcanes, the Soul Ring. He's making good time for, you know, heading into that early parts of the Bloodstone.
Yeah, he really is. He's going to get a very good timing if it continues like this. And Koikwa now moving over to clear the Ancient stack with the TA. Got the max point in Refraction. And that's going to be pretty easy to get this quad stack kill.
Oh my god, how happy does this make you feel? I mean, this
this is just joy for me to watch.
Just great game here.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job, even using the illusions with the Shadow Wave.
Too soon to tell if this is a straight to Blink kind of a game or straight to Deso kind of a game for TA?
Oh, I would say straight to Deso, but that's just because they will probably be able to bring people close anyway. If you have stuff like stuns, Shaker, Sand King, Sven, Venge, you know, the more stunts you have that's set up for you, you want to have a Blink to follow up. But if you have stuff that brings them to you anyway, the kick from Earth Spirit, the pull from the lasso mainly, and all the slows they have, then you might as well go DPS. And it's the greedier route which fits Koikwa, his playstyle.
Yeah. Take a look over here. We can scope out some of the item progression across the board for some of these players here. Let's see, for Kezu on his Bat Rider, you know, getting involved in a little bit, 1-1-1 record for him. Still, though, we'll eventually have to buckle down and probably blast his way towards a Blink Dagger if possible. I don't know if that entails of him grinding it out in the jungle nearby or just continuing to dedicate it to the lane bottom.
They've been preparing a lot of stacks for the TA on Ancients, but no one has really cared about Kezu. I mean, he even stacked for TA as well instead of preparing for himself. So his blink timing is going to be late probably. But they'll just have to work around that and just run people down instead. I think very important is going to be this Timbersaw. If he can stay alive up here against the Storm and the Silencer, are looking to kind of kill them if they can. I think he should be fine though. The only thing is that Synderen does not have a TP right now. The Dazzle cannot come in and help him. So might be scary for him.
What about for TNC's game plan overall? Now that we're getting closer and closer towards the mid game and the level 6s are starting to trickle in, you know, even for some of the supports, and we haven't seen it too much really in this meta, but for once, you know, TNC have a lineup, and this kind of goes against what you were praising them for in their matchup against EG. They are a little bit cooldown dependent now with something like a Silencer on their team, you know?
Yeah, Silencer definitely a long cooldown, but again, I feel that they do not suffer that much from it. Elder Titan very good at operating even without his ulti, and ulti is itself 100-second cooldown. That's not terrible, and those are really the only two cooldowns that you have, right? That and the Silencer ulti. Storm always ready to go, Drow always ready, and same for Axe. So I think the big thing for TNC when they get this Blink Dagger on Axe, so he can start setting up fights, and he's at 1400 gold right now.
Looks like we had a bit of a disconnect there, a crash on Synderen's machine, but we are already back in action now and continue to see Koikfa grind his way through this mighty stack, while Synderen will be happy to sap up some of the XP along the way. Drow's push continues though in the bottom lane without too many people present on the other side. She could make an advancement towards this tier 1 and secure some gold, not just for herself, but for the rest of the team. At the same moment, EU's been able to move in. He gets that ward down, spots out TA, going for the Ancient camp here, but it's already on the back end of being completed.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to stop anything really, and he has to be careful. Uh-oh, TA is going to run straight at him.
Can he find a way to turn the corner and make a stop? It's not going to be necessary. No chase will be had.
Yeah, but the tier 1 tower did go down to Raven, just casually pushing here, despite so many people being around. He managed to snag up this tower. And no one's really defending top either, as Cuckoo starts farming up the small camp while the creeps are pushing.
That means if no one's defending top, Air is on the move somewhere. We scope him out and catch him at the mid lane here and passing as he's gotten to his level 9
Demon.
now.
Catching out Kezu.
Making a move in. Can he get a hold of Bat Rider here? He is so slow, he can't even find a place to fly. There is a nice grave from Synderen to keep him alive and well. Yapsor makes his roll on in, but he's not level 6 yet, so no Magnetize will be offered. Quick counterplay comes out from Demon as he pops out the first global of the game, and that's going to be enough. Secured for Sam. Now looking to go for more. Moves in, gets the call to Koikfa, the spins, and no dunk necessary as the stop will be there, and Demon will pick up the last hit. TNC take their first real strong fight as a 2-to-1 split.
This is what I was expecting to see during the drafting phase, just TNC being able to roll over Escape, and that was before having the Blink Dagger as well, and they're already looking to pressure a tier 2 tower a little bit. It's very hard to keep anyone alive. We are going to see the TA moving in towards the Desolator build-up, only one Mithril Hammer away, but right now they're just so much weaker. They did get the kill on Storm though, on the top lane, so I'm not sure. I think that was a solo kill by Timbersaw.
I would assume so.
I didn't see I didn't see anyone being there and helping him, so that's kind of impressive.
I mean, Era has not really been with this team. He's been totally in greed mode, but he's hoping to unleash his fury soon enough, I'd imagine.
I think that's the right style to have as well as Timbersaw in this game. If you're playing the safe lane Timbersaw farming up in the early game, you might as well go for the full Bloodstone before you really unleash everything.
At that point, you'll be peaking much higher, and you could rack in some serious charges fast. We'll
Definitely.
Have to see.
Well, speaking about racking in charges, you know, there's some charges for your bottle on Cuckoo, and he also gets the DD rune. So really good stuff. Could definitely look for kills or even pressure at top tier 1 again. Really low HP.
Yeah, he'll hang around top. He has a TP in his pocket in case they need a setup elsewhere, and obviously with his ult, he would be able to make a jump in if necessary. For Escape, their approach is here in the bottom, where they're looking to make a go for that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Radiant scanned them out, and they have smoked up as well, so looking to take a kill or a fight right now. While they're getting the top tower, can Storm TP in and they take a fight.
Blink is successful in getting a grab for Kezu. Yapsor helps out, gets the silence for Demon, but the global is already there with the curse. Now the jump in from Cuckoo as he made that rotation in. They're going to quickly take out the Dazzle. Yapsor forced to roll away and hide. Can Koikfa make it out? chase is on here from Cuckoo, but he doesn't quite have enough mana to get close. Nice little boulder smash will slow them down a bit, but doesn't stop EU. Goes for the stomp, forces Koikfa to step off to the side here. Air is here now. He hasn't really been able to be a presence yet for his team, but he's finally shown up to play.
Very dominant fight again for TNC, taking the top tier 1 for free and then also winning the fight 2-0. So really good stuff. And Escape just have to wait. At this point, you can't take the fights at all. You need to get your items before you fight. You don't have Blink Dagger on Batrider, you don't have Desolator on TA, you don't have Bloodstone completed yet on Timbersaw. While he's very tanky, there's not much incentive to fight yet. And of course, Synderen has to be very careful about positioning against the Storm. Storm will always go for the Dazzle.
Yeah, and would be happy to try to force the Dazzle to grave himself too. It's a rough time for little Dazzle on this one, and you better hope that when Escape finally find their time, find those items, and make a strike, it's going to be worth it now. Going against this Drow lineup, things are just so fickle, and I'm happy to see that Kezu's going to be grinding his jungle farm now towards that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he needs the money pretty badly. I think he's the one who needs to get his item the most out of all of them, because when he can catch Storm and they can just try to lock him down, quickly kill him, it's not so easy for the Earth to land his spells without something to set up.
Yep.
Yes, maybe you can land a kick, but to catch the Storm, you kind of need Batrider to have his blink.
Alright, looks like Demon and Sam will go hand in hand up here to the top lane. He plants a ward, a nice little deep ward along the way. For the rest of Escape, hanging more to the, well, if you will, southern hemisphere of this map. As Koikfa will meet up what looks like with Era still persistent and possibly pushing down for this tier 1 on bottom.
Yeah.
Era's Soul Booster is now done.
Koikfa is only 60 gold away from his Desolator, so he's very, very close, and that's a big pickup. 14 minutes is definitely not a bad timing at all. So they could definitely look to take some fights now, maybe. The Bloodstone is flying out as well, so 2 big timings coming out on this courier.
If they get that Bloodstone, they get that Deso, let's say they take a fight, they win it pretty heavy-handedly, they can move back and get a Roche too, possibly.
Yeah, they're back in the game and back in control. Right now, they are behind 5,000 net worth and some 4,000 experience, but this could definitely swing here.
Yep, they want to take a fight right here and now, win it, get the Roche, and just take the whole game back. Let's see if they're going to be able to do so. They're trying to flank in possibly from behind. Yapzor is in position here. TNC, they actually moved. They move up north. Yeah. Move right on through Escape Land.
Smart going towards the Cuckoo Storm, and yeah, Roche gets pinged out, so they're gonna look to take in the trade. Escape.
Tier 2 for Roche, common one.
Yeah, pretty good trade as well, because they still don't have Blink on Batrider, still don't have Blink on TA. You would love to have these 2 items as well.
TNC already took that tier 2 Wagga. They took it just as fast as they started Roche. They might actually get some good damage in the high ground.
Yeah, they definitely could.
Escape are still trying to even go for the Roche.
And of course they know what's up at this point. It's very obvious. No one is defending. You know Roche is dying.
Yeah. Well, Yapzor will TP in along with 2 others here. Kickstone's out. Obviously not going to find a target.
Yeah, half the HP is dead now on that tower, so already a good push. With the Aegis picked up, I think he should be respecting Escape here as TNC.
Not yet though, Raven is greedy. He's already got some good damage on this tier 3. Glyph is going to be forced out from Escape so they don't lose it.
Yeah, and well, if they keep pushing here, Escape are going to be very happy with that, because there's just short of a Blink Dagger. He could sell his Raindrops maybe? Okay, he sells his Windlace.
Jump in. There it is, Sam. Gets the grab for Era, tries to pull him back, and jump in from Cuckoo on top of the Global. Can they get Era out? They can! Oh, man! He's not even going to be able to make a first successful team fight happen here, and now Yapzor follows up. They're going to get off the Magnetize. There's the lead-in. Kezu gets the lasso. Pull back onto Raven. They'll be able to take out the Drow. First positive upswing here for Escape, it feels like, as now they make the move for EU. Slow him down with the poison.
I mean, TNC just gave it to them. They jump into their base when they have Aegis. They have a lot of timings coming up. So great time to just go, and they're chasing after here.
Run, run, run.
He is quick, but with the stacks, with the next TA trap, I believe he's not going anywhere.
Nope. Sam was hanging around. I'm like, is he really considering stepping in to assist his Elder Titan friend? No, he gets shot down. Koikfa will pick up that last hit.
Yeah, and that's gonna lead to a pretty natural tier 1 push as well, which is gonna be really quick with a TA Desolator. Sells her bottle at 16 minutes. All right, not keeping. Okay, I would have sold my race back instead of the bottle, but Koikfa, no love for the runes.
More love for the stats and agility, I guess.
Bad love.
Nonetheless, is also unfortunate. Era's Bloodstone debut is just him losing some charges right away. I think he's able to bounce back though.
Oh, they're TPing in as well. TNC, they want to defend this.
Let's see, they lead in. Call though is not going to be there.
Yeah, great blink there, just barely avoiding getting caught. And Era gonna get slowed down, but able to jump away. I think TNC have to respect Escape a little bit more than they did in that push though. They jumped in with Axe into the enemy base 40 seconds after they took Roche. And you know they're going to have a little surge of money, little surge of confidence with that Aegis as well on the TA. It was just a very undisciplined initiation that backfired pretty hard on them.
We'll see if it's going to be a lesson learned. Escape not waiting one bit here. They smoke up and go on the move. Cuckoo's on the high ground. Nice quick silence there from Yaptor. Catches out Cuckoo with the grip. They time it out nicely with some extra burst in the stun, and the Storm is going to be taken out of the equation. He will also lose some charges fast. Demon going to get bumped back with the flame break, and now they pursue him. Silence stops Era from moving in along with the stomp. Demon makes it back and away. A good Earth Splitter, and look who's shooting down. Raven comes in, looking to go for Goipa, and they got the dunk through the refraction. Sam's going to be right there. Era also in trouble. That's a dunk too. Sam makes it a 2 for now, and it's going to be Escape on the ropes. They got to get back, but they can't. Syndra's going to get shot down next.
Beautiful play, and they're jumping in deep. Cuckoo trying to get anyone he can catch really on the Storm Spirit, but not quite in time as they get out.
We'll get them to tier 1, and they are going to keep moving forward while they got this momentum swing.
Yeah, the TA missed his melt strike on Jimmy there, so that's why he managed to live. He would actually have died for that melt minus armor. Very crucial little mistake.
He steps in though, he gets a wonderful stomp, and then Sam seems to show up just in perfect time for able to clean up.
Raven as well from the north coming in with those arrows, helping out. Yeah, they're playing really good, TNC. Just their team play is really good.
That's a team fight plus 2 towers. That shifts the momentum even more in favor of TNC as they push past the 5K mark. XP about the same. And with that, can take a moment to breathe and we'll reevaluate the situation and, well, itemize appropriately. They have all this funding.
Yeah, there's a lot of items are going to come into TNC's items now, inventory now. Because EU has 2,100 golds, and he's going to go for a Midas, in fact, on the Elder Titan. Want to get those levels up early.
Oh, wow.
It is a hero that benefits really well from the levels. I'm going to give him that. But I think Veil would still be a better choice. Even though they don't have the best magic damage, I suppose. Storm always adds quite a bit of it, though. And it would be nice for the ulti, of course, of the Elder Titan.
Looks like they'll pass on that for now, though, and play the more greedy kind of a game. Well, Max trucks on in.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's almost got a Crimson Guard. Oh, he opts for the Blade Mail instead. Flies it straight out.
Yeah, I think some games Blade Mail is so much more value than going for the Crimson Guard, and this could be one of them. When you're against a TA, sure, she can refract to block the Blade Mail, but every single attack that she throws back is gonna kill one refraction for you, right?
Yep.
So it's just one more way to quickly get rid of it. And also heroes like Timbersaw, they can't really avoid dealing damage in AoE, and that's great for Axe, returning all of that.
Cuckoo able to string together a couple of charges after losing them initially here. Suddenly got about nearly 2k gold. Is it right to the Orchid probably for him?
I would build that, yeah, for sure. You can also go Lincolns against the Batrider if you're scared of Lasso at all. But I think there's nothing wrong going Orchid in this game, even though you have plenty of silences. The only risk with that would be that when enemy gets BKB timings, you're going to be a little bit weak, and you need to make sure to play around that. He's looking aggressively for anything here, but this is not the place to jump, Cuckoo. Hope he knows. He sees Syndra as well now.
He's thinking about it though.
No, not after seeing the Dazzle peek in. He has a ward in their base, so he actually sees them. Sneaky little ward, this one.
Yeah. She's still standing there though. Can't help but feel a bit intrigued as far as what the game plan seems to be. The rest of his team are making waves though. He might be just waiting for them to shift their momentum all the way to that bottom lane where pressure's coming. And then go for maybe a quick pick if possible, but...
Yeah, they're drawing a line to smoke up the top lane and move together.
He sees them running back now. And that ward had been taken out, by the way, so now Storm will be a bit in the dark.
They see the Storm, and TA is moving towards him a little bit. She's gonna meld and hide for now, but they're just going for the high ground push, I think.
Yep.
TNC once again back here.
Here, they got that draw lineup. They're playing with the clock a bit and want to use this momentum while they got it here. And Raven goes to work.
Tower's already so low HP from the previous push.
Is gone. So now Rax is going to be exposed here. We'll see if TNC can close out their first real base damage.
Going for the mellow one. Very confident move. Going for the range one afterwards.
Synderen moving forward here. No weave. It's already committed.
Yeah, more wards being thrown down.
Okay, they'll take care of those.
Yeah, they're a little bit scared to go into this full fight, and it's moments like that that you should be hitting the range racks. Those 6 hits they got in on the melee racks right now, they're not going to mean much at all if you back out. Whereas if you focus the range racks, they die very quickly.
Yeah,
the range racks, and you have a drow in your team, so the range creeps are worth a lot.
Not looking to give up on this push yet. TNC wait for the new wave.
Still going.
We see a smoke.
Escape with
Saw this a couple of times in their matchup against Alliance in game number 1 in particular. Let's see if TNC are going to be ready for it. Doesn't look like it. They make the move for Demon right away so they can get the global off the playing field. He still manages to get it off right before he dies, but the damage may have already been done here. It looks like TNC were able to make their own jump. They get Kazu down, and now they look back for Era. Era gets the grave to keep him alive, but they couldn't dunk him down, so he's going to be good and help finish out Raven. Makes his way back into the base. Sam H will be the next target here as Koifa shoots him once, but they don't get the finish. Now they will. He looks for the next target, and that's it. Only EU will survive, and he makes a quick retreat back to base. A wonderful hold from Escape.
Yeah, really great. And we saw this against Alliance, as you managed to say there in the beginning as well. They are really good at doing this. When the enemy push high ground, they just pick the right moment to swing around, go on the back line, and just getting a good target. Even with that silence ulti coming out, they still get a good fight from it. Man, just a good execution from Escape, and they seem to know their timing very well.
And with that shift in momentum here, Escape can confidently move themselves back out from the base, stretch those arms out one more time, and feel a bit more relaxed and progress to the next big hit, which we got Koifa building up now as BKB. We were just on Era, who is going to be grabbing up that Lotus Orb to help at least not deal with that silence. New fight breaking out. It's Yapsor getting pulled back in, but a quick shutdown of Demon is going to be there, and Cuckoo has to get the hell back.
It doesn't have much mana after that, so probably not going to do too much after it. Roshan is up. The TA trap is spotted.
And Koifa goes in and goes to work. It looks like the second Roche could go the way of Escape. TNC are not nearby to have an answer. And
look at that experience graph, by the way. Just
plummets right back down towards
what
Escape's
happens.
side.
You disrespect, Escape. You go high ground in a very confident fashion, but I don't think you should when Roshan is about to respawn soon anyway.
Oh, they actually can't finish it in time here, Waga. They get it just below half of its life, but here's Sam now strutting his stuff.
Yeah, maybe they can take a fight here, TNC. Silencer ulti in 15 seconds.
Going against the Storm and Elder Titan, you gotta be careful. It's gonna be Kenzu who makes the first move to pull back a big fat target. And Sam right here, can they burst him down in time? It looks like they will. Raven runs forward, gets some shots on Dazzle, then Cuckoo makes the full commitment, looking to go for Yapsor, but he gets the grave, and he's gonna be fine. Now they're looking for Synderen. Heads up to the high ground, and that's gonna force Cuckoo back and away. They do get the finish on Yapsor, and a big splitter will help take down Koifa. Kenzu's in trouble. He's also gonna get dropped as Raven against you and load. A huge fight for TNC, and they'll move into the pit and take the Roche for theirs.
Wow, EU has been such a monster in this game. That splitter was just perfect. That ruined everything for Escape. They got caught out and didn't manage to get close and personal with his Raw Ranger. After getting that lasso on Axe, sure, that looked good to begin with, but he just buys back, comes back in. Actually, did he even die? I'm not sure he even died. I think he didn't bot back. Too many people died. Yeah, he bot back. Well, grabbing the Axe was good in the beginning, but turned around really hard.
Yeah, it takes so much muscle power, and by that point they're not going to have anything left. And look at this, TNC already now moving forward inside Escape home, going right for the racks they were starting on before. A jump and call by Sam, trying to get someone out of position here, but not going to be able to do so. Raven not going to be able to finish. Nice two-man boulder smash and geomatic grip coming out from Yapsor on that one. Forces Raven back. Sam, though, stuck inside, trying to go for the dunk, but mistimes it here. Era's going to be fine once again, and quickly retreats out in the back of the Timber Chain. Koifa gets the finishing blow, taking out Sam, and now he looks for more. Tries to get Demon. Courier in a bit too deep. Koifa could be caught out. Hides.
No detection. They can push him out, though.
They gust him back out. He's going to be silenced. He tries to run away back home, but the shots come out from Raven as he shoots him down.
Aegis Storm Muscle respawning now.
Synderen makes it back to base.
Is he going to go for a Dazzle? He's going.
Whoop, Get over here, Syndra. Got him. Oh, God. Lasso redemption from Kezu.
Definitely worth.
Oh, vicious strike right there to the heart of Escape.
And they managed to turn it around so much. Back and forth this fight goes. That was the second time that Sam H tries to get a call on, or a calling blade.
Yeah.
On the. Oh, we might see more here.
Era. Speaking of which, this time though, makes it back and away. Look at this. Yapzor jumps in from behind, gets a casual two-man stun in silence, and then hops back out.
No lasso available though. I'm not sure they can catch anyone here. Look at that throw.
Oh my God! Look at the damage. He can't make it away. One more shot would do it. He gets him. Era can burst through Raven. Raven gets off another wonderful silence, and he manages to force himself up and over the hills. Now Demon in trouble from Era. Raven still finds a good spot and continues to unload the damage here. They shoot down Era. Yapzor forced to retreat, but Cuckoo says, "You're not going anywhere, my spirit brother," and makes his own chase. Yapzor goes down. TNC domination continues.
And that is really, really hurting Escape now, dying again after already losing in racks and losing the team fights. Man. I don't have time to point out that Sam H made any mistake. They immediately just kill more of Escape, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna mention it. It's fine. We scratched that, Sam H.
And then maybe TNC can finally go, hey, what can we do with this money now? I'm looking at freaking Storm Spirit. He's got 5.2k gold. They don't have time to spend money. They're going right back in for more objective gaming.
I was thinking that as well during that team fight. Like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna buy when he actually has time to breathe.
They're like, we don't have time to buy. We just gotta go, go, go.
Yeah.
And Raven is doing so for his team. They get the tier 3. They're even going to get the melee rack. They get that 2. Sam jumps in. They get the instant dunk. They take Coinfire out of the fight. Waga, this one could be over sooner than later.
Yeah, definitely. That blade mail call so good, even against the BKB.
Another call, another kill. This time the dunk connects. A double kill for Sam. Era on the sidelines for 50 seconds.
And they call it.
It is over. TNC take game number 1 of this 2-game stretch against Escape.
Yeah, beautiful play by TNC. They were dominant. I think this game I'm actually going to call quite a lot of an outdraft though. I think TNC even made quite a few remarkable mistakes against Escape, and Escape had a lot of cute little plays, but it's very hard to play out these drafts. It's just early game domination from TNC, and you got to see your silencer pick as well. It was a beautiful game to have it. Jimmy made it work really well.
Yeah. They, at moments, Escape wanted to kind of hit Demon where it hurts, taking him out of the fight, but always managed to just creep his way into getting something relevant off with